we're presenting on the types of reasoning, which are deductive and inductive reasoning. We're starting off with deductive reasoning, which is using set premises to come to an unavoidable conclusion. Also known as a syllogism. And all syllogisms have a major statement, which is the beginning part, then a minor statement, and then the conclusion that can be reached from those two statements. And the first type of syllogism, there are three kinds, is a categorical syllogism, which is when, like, all men are mortal, Socrates is a man, which means the major premise creates a category, and there's something that's true about everything in that category, and then the minor premise puts something into that category, and the conclusion says, because it's in that category, that thing must apply to it, and must be true.
So an example of a categorical syllogism is some people get eaten, Jason is a person, so Jason may get eaten.
Inductive.
Are we doing? Here you go.
Okay, and then there's disjunctive syllogism, which is an either-or situation, the either-or being the major premise. Then one is eliminated, which means that inevitably the other option is the true conclusion.
So an example of this is Zach is either dead or alive, and Zach is not dead, so Zach is alive.
And then there is a conditional syllogism, which is if X, then Y, which is the major premise. And then X is done, and then Y must be true.
An example of that is if Jason eats Jaren, then Jason is a cannibal. Jason ate Jaren, therefore Jason is a cannibal. It's important to note that some things follow the same structure as a syllogism, but they're not a syllogism. An example of that is all chairs have legs. Ella has legs, therefore Ella is a chair.
Inductive reasoning is that when you have certain evidences and you construct a possible conclusion based on your evidences, and this conclusion is not absolute, and it may depend on the possibilities. For example, if I go to sleep before the sun falls and I get up after the sun rises, I might make the observation that the sun never falls, and I may say, that's my probable conclusion, but it's not necessarily true.
And we use inductive reasoning more than deductive reasoning because there's very few things that can be definite. We're using things that we know with prior knowledge and things we learn to make assumptions and predictions. So those are our types of reasoning. Thank you.